In this video, I'm going to talk about 7 things that I wish I would have known when I first became a pastor's wife. So this video is for pastor's wife, a minister's wife, or for someone that's getting ready to marry someone in ministry. There are so many different things that I wish I would have known when I first became a pastor's wife. I wish that someone would have taught me some of these things that I'm going to mention in this particular video. Be confident with who you are. For years, I felt that I wasn't a good pastor's wife because I was shy. I didn't like public speaking. And I felt like in order to be a good pastor's wife, that those are some of the main traits that you needed. For years, I was very hard on myself, and I can even remember questioning God, wondering, why did you put me in this particular position, knowing that I don't fit the role? But one of the main things that was more important is that my husband loved who I am. He didn't care about me not wanting to get up and express myself. He would say constantly that I like my wife the way that she is. I don't want her to be like other pastors' wives. And it's so sad that I never paid any attention to what he was saying. And to be honest, that is what all that mattered, is that long as my husband was pleased with me, then that should have been enough. He loved me for who I am. Don't compare yourself to others. Before you were born, God knew your ending. He knew that you were going to be in that role. He don't make mistakes. God already put inside of you what you needed. Recently, I have finally learned that different churches are for different people. And the reason why is because we're not all the same. So my personality fits the ministry that God has for me. I also learned that God had already prepared me for being a pastor's wife, and He had already put in me the things that I needed. Be careful about developing friends in the church. I've had maybe like 2 really good close friends at my church since my husband started pastoring, but what I don't like about having a member as your best friend in the church, because most of the time, once they decided to stop going to your church and to join another church, that's when the friendship stopped. So I have learned to find friendships outside of the church. And then not only that too, it's like when you have a close friend in the church that's a member, when you are going through in your marriage, sometimes you need to talk to someone. So of course you're going to want to talk to your best friend. But once you start telling your best friend some of the personal things that's going on in your marriage, your best friend is not going to look at the pastor the same, because she knows personal things about him. So it's best to find friendship outside of your church. Focus on your home. One of the main things that you want to do as a pastor's or minister's wife is to put your household first. Make sure that the ones in your household needs are met. Most of the time, pastors have a hard time with prioritizing their time when it comes to their home and their church. And so most of the time, they're going to be so much more focused on things at the church. So you as a pastor's wife, you need to focus on things in your home, making sure that your family have what they need. I can remember the first couple of years when my husband and I was in ministry, I was focused on my home. A couple years later, when I decided that I wanted to go to college. And so once I started going to college, I became so much more focused on studying and making good grades. And then not only that, later I started working in my career full time and also going to school still. So I had 2 things that took a lot of my time away. And the main thing is that you don't want to lose focus of the number one thing. And the number one thing is your family, your children. Making sure that you are there for them. Don't get so caught up in other things. Don't lose focus of what's more important. Make sure that you are being the wife and the mom that your family need. Keep your home private. Don't allow members just to hang out at your house. Your house is your personal space, and your children is going to need that personal space. From personal experience, and also as being a pastor's child, when you allow a lot of people to hang out at your house, that's less time that you are spending with and caring for your family. And not only that, your home should be private anyways. You have some people that don't know how to separate and still be able to treat you with respect. Some people, the more they hang around you, the more comfortable and carnal they're gonna get with you, and some things they don't need to know about you and your family. You protect your family by not allowing a lot of people just to come by and hang out at your house. Don't focus on the mistakes that you have made. We all make mistakes. I don't care what your position is in life, you're going to make mistakes. So don't be so hard on yourself. Sometimes I think the enemy does that to us on purpose because he wants us to feel like a failure, and you're not a failure. The main thing is that learn from your mistakes and don't keep repeating them. Take care of yourself. Don't invest so much of your time with taking care of others. Make sure that you are okay. And the way you do that is by spending some quality time alone with yourself. Go places by yourself. Do things that you like to do. Do things that make you feel peaceful. Pay attention to your health. Make sure that you are eating right. Exercise on a regular basis. All of that is going to help you to feel better. And all of that is important to God. The main thing is that I want you to treat yourself well. In order for you to be able to do what God wants you to do, you have to be physically, mentally, and spiritually ready. Which one of the tips that you like the best in this video? If there is a question you need to ask me or a particular topic that you would like me to do more videos on, you can email me at chatswithflo@gmail.com. And thank you for tuning in. Bye.